shopgear.com.
The following is a presentation of the Gear Radio Network.
So, Fat Man,
So sleazy.
are we doing 6 shows today?
No.
We're doing 5.
No.
Well, at least we're going to do 4.
No.
3?
No.
How many shows are we doing?
I mean, we're reviewing 2 and maybe previewing 1?
What the hell kind of shit is this? On the wrestling show. Welcome, everyone. This is Sleazy.
This is the Fat Man.
And welcome, everyone, to another wonderful episode. Blue Smock Nancy, they're awesome. They let us use that wonderful song and Selling Differences. You can find them on iTunes and Spotify.
You took a breath between that.
I know.
Something's wrong with you. You need to go to the doctor.
Well, I am drinking water.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
You're doing healthy shit. That's why.
No, not really. I'm just out of Kickstart because Mountain Dew won't sponsor us for some reason.
That, and we just ate a shit ton of B-dubs, so... And they can sponsor us, by the way. I don't...
Can we get in on the sponsorship?
Yes, I would love B-dubs to send us some sponsorships.
Buffalo Wild Wings, call us, tweet us, add us, so let's get right into it. What was it? NXT and then that
Summerfest,
Yeah, Summerfest. I can't remember any of this crap anymore. You said you looked up star ratings from Meltzer and you started laughing.
That was for SummerSlam. We'll get into it.
Oh, I can't wait for that. But let's do what is usually the better show, NXT TakeOver.
Yes. TakeOver Toronto 2, even though it's been like 3 years since the first one.
Yeah, why not?
It opened with the NXT Tag Team Championships. The Street Profits defend against Dragon Shock.
No, it's Red Dragon.
Oh, yeah, it is Red Dragon. I forgot. It's Red Dragon.
Gotta put yourself over somehow.
Yep. Match went 16 minutes and 55 seconds. Fuck Dave Mousel gave it 3 3/4 stars.
Uh-oh.
I actually rated it less.
Really? I rated it exactly as Meltzer.
Oh, I gave it 3.5.
Oh, well, come on. It's a quarter fucking star.
I know. The match started slow. The Street Profits seemed to just be waiting for spots to happen in the beginning, and then the match picked up big time. It kind of ended out of nowhere for a 17-minute match. It just ended.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Street Profits.
You're going to get profits over sometime.
Retained.
I consider this one of, not saying this rating at 3 3/4 stars, I consider this one of Undisputed Era's worst tag matches that they've had since the start of their group. And that's saying something. So
their work rate's been so good that a really good match at 3.5 stars is a bad match.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad at all, but
it's just not us. It's us expecting so much out of them.
it might be their opponents. Street Profits, that I said it right, was, kind of, I'm not going to say they're green, but they're not to the level of...
Oh my God, Angelo Dawkins being green is like saying Ty Dillinger spent 10 years in WWE NXT and got nowhere. Oh, wait.
But they weren't on the level of what their past opponents were.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But you have to build talent, and this is how you do it, is you give them good teams to work with. So, to be fair, it's the right call to do it that way.
Do you want me to spoil something from the NXT tapings?
No. I have an idea of what it is, but...
Okay, I won't spoil it then.
Let's just say, well, how far in advance did they tape?
I think maybe a month-ish.
Well, it can't be that long.
So
because
2
they're
weeks,
going...
3 weeks, going to USA. But we'll get to that later. Maybe. I only got one page of news and rumors, but we'll see.
Yeah, okay.
But we'll...
But drink.
Oh, yeah.
Brought to you by Brita.
Nums. Next match.
Sure.
Candice LeRae versus Io Shirai. Match went. Let me get my notes.
Jesus
15
Christ.
minutes. Fuck Dave Meltzer gave it 4 1/4. Sleazy, you're the women's wrestling enthusiast.
I think he overrated it, but barely. I thought that the match needed to be this way because you needed to make Io Shirai this dangerous heel that no one's ever seen outside of Stardom. So, I mean, I loved the match, but from a quality perspective, I gave it 4 stars. I gave it, it's one of those things where it goes back to what we said about the tag team division. We expect a lot from the Undisputed Era. I expect a lot from Io Shirai, and did it live up to my expectations? I don't think so, but it's still a good match, good to great match.
I gave it 3.5 stars. Literally, my notes are just look at the notes from the first match and replace the names. Waiting around for spots, picked up, kind of ended out of nowhere. 3.5 stars. Literally the same.
I wouldn't say it ended out of nowhere. I think that you had to introduce a new move with Io Shirai, so that was the way to do it. So I disagree with that assessment, but we're talking about Candice fucking LeRae and Io Shirai. Why was this not 5 stars? It really is two of the best. I think 2 of the best workers in NXT right now, possibly in the entire company, with the exception of a couple other Asians, but we won't go into my Asian bias right here. But yeah, I know. I'm just cutting you off at the pass, okay?
Well, okay. So you're telling me that Shinsuke fucking Nakamura is better than Johnny fucking Gargano?
I said female.
You said workers in the company.
Female workers.
You said
I said
you did not say female.
Well, we'll have it on tape, so we'll go back and find out.
So
either I'm going to edit in female,
which
or
is what he's going to do because you did not say female.
I'm pretty sure I said. Well, I'm going to say female
Okay.
just to cover that base.
And even so, you're telling me that Asuka's a better worker than Candice LeRae right now?
With the way she's being booked, absolutely not. But
Okay.
I mean, you can't fault Asuka for her booking.
No, you can't.
If you're given shit, you can't do too much with it. But
You can shine up that shit real nice.
yeah, and shove it sideways and stick it up my candy ass. Yeah,
Not even that. I'm just saying you can shine it up. It'll still be shit.
it's still going to be shit no matter what.
All right. Moving on to your Asian bias. Triple threat match, because you love triple threat matches.
Oh, God
for the
damn
NXT North American Championship. Velveteen Dream defends against Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong.
You're the triple threat match wrestling enthusiast.
The match went 14 minutes and 24 seconds. Fuck, Dave Meltzer gave it 3.5 stars. Underrated piece of shit. I give it 4 1/4.
Yeah, I gave it 4. What the hell? This is one of my favorite triple threat matches in the last 12 months, I want to say.
The match started out hot, and all 3 men kept the pace up all match long. Love the spot where Dream stopped the ref's count by holding his arm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no disqualification. Why not? Literally, my note says all 3 men in the ring for a while, so Sleazy shouldn't be bitching about this match.
And you're absolutely
And
right.
I'm not joking. It literally says that in my notes.
It's absolutely true, too. I loved it. I loved every second of it. The only thing that I can take away from it is that I love the Velveteen Dream, but I think this was the time to take the title off of him. Not necessarily to Strong, but to maybe Pete Dunne. Give him a rub in this respect.
Yeah, because that 600-day reign with the UK title wasn't a big
It wasn't
rub.
big. We had a 2-year reign for Asuka. Look where that got her.
She had a 2-year undefeated streak.
Yeah.
Not a reign.
Well,
Undefeated streak.
okay. So the reign was a lot less, but she never lost it, to be fair.
But she did.
She gave it up.
Oh, the NXT. Okay, if I
Yeah.
said I thought about the streak, I'm like, yeah, she did actually.
She lost the streak, obviously,
but
because
because she went to the main roster.
Right.
and
She got
dominated for
injured.
4 months, and then
Charlotte Flair
put
put her
got
over.
fed to Charlotte Flair.
She ran into the unstoppable force that is Charlotte Flair, and it killed her career.
Well, anyway, yeah, no, I think No, I don't think Velveteen Dream should have lost it here. I don't know who he's going to lose it to, but I think he's been great as the North American champion.
I'm not saying he isn't. I'm just saying that it would have been cool to make that transition to somebody else now. Because honestly, look at the entire roster or the entire title matches that happened tonight or that night. Nothing really happened.
No, all the champions retained. Spoiler alert. But,
sorry.
But no, but like, I don't think it's ever happened on an NXT show.
I don't think so either.
But at the same time, I think they're kind of waiting for Cole to go through a couple more feuds, and then Velveteen Dream will win the NXT title.
You think so?
WrestleMania weekend?
Okay. I think Cole will be gone long before that.
Really?
Yeah. I believe the entire era is going up as a group, and I would expect them to be up around Royal Rumble.
Okay, you're wrong, but okay.
Okay. You think what you want to think, and when I'm right, you'll be like, we never had this conversation like you usually do.
Because you're never right, so we never had the conversation. NXT Women's Championship. Shayna Baszler defends against Mia Yim. Match went 14 minutes and 35 seconds. Fuck, Dave Meltzer gave it a 1.5 stars. Sleazy, you're the women's wrestling enthusiast.
What an underrating piece of shit. I actually really enjoyed the match. I wouldn't say it was the greatest match on the card, but a 1.5 stars?
1.5 stars.
Yeah, I gave it 3 stars. I thought it was a decent to good match. It just wasn't the quality of the matches before it or after.
So you think he's an underrated piece of shit?
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm definitely an underrated piece of shit. 0.5 stars.
Really?
This match was fucking awful.
Oh,
God awful.
Man.
The crowd completely died for this match. No one gave a shit about Mia Yim as a fucking... they tried, but no one gave a shit about her. No one gives a shit about Shayna Baszler anymore, even though her matches are all the same. Are completely all the same. There's good psychology with Baszler's arm, and she had to win by not using it. Okay, fine.
I loved that.
And that code red off the top was nice. Those were the 2 things that gave it 0.5 stars. If one of those out of there, this would have been a complete dud. Absolute fucking trash match. Completely
you are
fucking garbage.
Total underrating piece of shit right there. I don't agree with any of that at all. I thought it was great limb work. I thought the entire story coming into the match made the sense of urgency that much better. I thought that Mia did a great job of showing her skills not as a fighter or as a wrestler, but as a fighter versus Shayna Baszler, who's got technique down. She's got the MMA background, obviously. And I thought every single bit of the match was actually pretty decent. So, wow. Yeah. Okay.
Garbage.
You're closer to Meltzer, so obviously you're wrong.
I'm closer, but the match was trash.
Okay.
I
completely disagree.
Technically, a 3 stages of hell match for the NXT title? Technically?
I mean, what was the third stage?
The first fall was a singles match. The second fall was a street fight. And if there's going to be a third fall, because come on.
Spoiler.
There's going to be a third fall. A barbed wire steel cage match.
With weapons. Like, really?
Adam Cole defends against Johnny Gargano. The match went 51 minutes and 41 seconds. Fuck, Dave Meltzer gave it 4 stars.
It was absolutely the worst match these two have had.
It is
in a
100% the worst match these guys had. 5 stars.
Go fuck yourself.
It's the worst match.
5 stars, though.
It was the worst match they've had. 5 stars. That's how good. Okay, I'm over it. It was 4.5 stars, but it was
still even 4.5. It's kind of pushing it.
But no, it was 4.5 stars. I mean, come on, man. What a trilogy between these two.
I'm not saying it wasn't bad. It's a 4-star match, but it's definitely not their greatest match.
No, it's not. It's their worst match.
And there was absolutely parts where, first of all, it could have been cut shorter. 51 minutes for this? No. Nah, dude.
This is, remember how we talked about the Young Bucks versus the Good Brothers, about how they booked themselves into a half-hour-long match because, they thought it'd be more epic than they thought they were?
Yeah.
It's going to be. Same with this one.
Oh, I agree. They could have cut 15 minutes off.
Oh, yeah. I completely agree, too. I still think it's a 4.5-star match. I really believe that these two is a kind of like the Flair Steamboat of this generation, more than Okada Omega, because fuck Okada Omega.
Yeah, but also fuck Ciampa Gargano?
I think the matches between Ciampa and Gargano were more emotionally invested into the story. But I think technical-wise, these matches were better.
Would you make the same comparison as Cena Orton? I know it's not great, but
That's your go-to?
that's my go-to.
Cena Orton?
Because from a more modern perspective.
Because
they've been
better. These are way better.
Of course they are, but that's not my point. But in terms of two rivals that have been working together and working against each other for over a decade, I mean, those are the two that come out in my mind in the more like the Ruthless Aggression era past. Because I can't think of anybody else that has such
Cena
a parallel.
Owens would have been a better one.
No, because that's a totally different dynamic. I'm talking about two guys that worked up the ladder together.
I got you. Okay.
And Flair Steamboat kind of did that as well. So.
I still believe this was the weakest of the two. It was still an unbelievable match. I don't think anybody has had a better 2-year run than Johnny Gargano.
Johnny fucking wrestling.
Like, I don't think... Name me another guy who's had the quality of matches he's had on big matches in a 2-year span than he has.
Tommaso Ciampa. That's it.
No. Like,
and only because he's...
Who was he working with?
Yeah, well...
Who was he working
that
with?
Was my...
Who?
That was my point, is that the ones he wasn't working with, he was injured. So, I mean,
Who's he
it's
working with?
Gargano and then nobody.
Gargano. Yeah. Fucking Gargano. Like, it's unbelievable how he is.
Oh, I mean, he's a fucking Cinderella man. He truly is. One of the best wrestlers that they have. And I hope he doesn't fall into the same boat that Antonio Cesaro fell into, because Cesaro is one of the fucking best wrestlers in the world. But, whatever. Main
roster syndrome.
It truly is.
Overall, what'd you give this?
The show as a whole,
Yep.
8 out of 10. I think the only thing that really marred it was the length of the 2 out of 3 falls match. I thought that the women's match could have done better, but other than that, it was pretty fucking good.
It was a really good show until, besides the awful NXT Women's title match.
Okay.
It was fucking trash. It was complete fucking garbage.
You're still totally wrong.
I'm 100% right. SummerSlam?
Yeah. Speaking of total trash, did you watch the pre-show?
I actually did.
Did you? I actually watched this live.
I did not watch it live, which makes me watching it even worse.
Yeah.
Because I actually took time to watch it.
Why?
I don't know. Okay.
I don't know.
Cruiserweight Championship. Drew Gulak defends against Oni Lorcan.
Oni and Tui.
Fuck, Dave Meltzer gave it 2 3/4 stars for an 8-minute, 45-minute match. I think he's way generous.
So I know Biff Busick. I know Drew Gulak. I know that their work in the indies was like super work rate, super technical. So I'm surprised that you're only giving it 2 3/4. I'm sure
I didn't give it 2 3/4. Meltzer gave it 2 3/4.
To be fair,
I gave it 1 star.
Okay, so continuing my point, then I'm surprised that you gave it that low of a score. Then
WWE needs to stop having match-based matches for the Cruiserweight title. That's not what the Cruiserweight title is about.
I agree with that.
The work rate, even the work rate was not that great here. Like, it was okay at best.
Well, here's my question out of all of it. Why are they having this type of match when Oni's been in NXT for all this time? and has had a great tag run with Danny Burch.
Well, he went to 205 Live and boom. But another thing I have a problem with, I'll get to it at the end of the end of these pre-show segments here.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 star. It
was just
It was there.
It was
It was there.
It was a match, I believe.
Apollo Crews versus Buddy Murphy. Match went 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Puck Dave Meltzer gave it 1 and 3 quarters. I gave it.
It's like 3 stars for a Buddy Murphy match.
I gave it 2. The match was actually pretty decent, but the ending, it made sense to the story they were trying to tell with Buddy Murphy and the whole Rowan thing. So I give them credit for advancing a story.
Wow. Okay, so while we're kind of touching on that, how do you like that story? The actual storyline of the whodunit with Roman Reigns.
It's fine.
Did you like the match that Buddy Murphy had with Roman?
I've yet to watch it.
Okay.
I heard it was great though.
I did too, so I went and found it. It's pretty decent. It for a television match, for a match that Roman was very generous with. Yeah. It was interesting. It was very interesting, and it put a lot of eyes on Buddy Murphy. So I'll be interested to see how they go from there. Usually it's bury the shit out of him because he got over accidentally. And the funny part is this entire storyline happened by accident because he was seen in the frame a couple of times on Reddit. And that turned into the actual story of him actually being potentially the accuser or the accused by Roman. So this entire thing happened by accident because he wasn't ever supposed to be in the shot. And he was.
Good for him being at the wrong place at the wrong time.
I know. But he took his chance and he got somebody behind him to help him. Well, whether or not that actually will help him in the long run, who knows? But I do enjoy the fact that this could potentially make Buddy Murphy a huge star.
I hope so. I liked him.
I like him too.
He's probably been the best cruiserweight champ they had so far. So
I'd agree. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. I like TJP, but nah. Nah, it's Buddy Murphy.
Holy shit! What the fuck are these WWE Women's Tag Team titles?
What are those?
They have them.
I didn't even realize they existed.
Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Oh wait, hold on. Alexa Bliss. Alexa.
Do you want to take 2 minutes?
You think I need 2 minutes?
Okay.
Come
30
on.
seconds.
They defend against the Iconics. Remember, Pain Race is the hot one.
She's also not the dark-haired one now, right?
I don't. Sure. Match went 16.
I think she bleached her hair.
6 minutes and 15 seconds. Puck Damos gave it 1 star. I gave it 1.5. My notes. I love Alexa.
So to the main show.
No, I want to talk about the pre-show.
Okay.
So they have 3 matches on a pre-show.
Okay.
The matches didn't start till 5 minutes before the second hour.
So they had 65 minutes of time to fill of just promos.
55 minutes.
You said 5 minutes after the first hour?
Before I meant. If I said after, I meant before.
Okay.
So 55 minutes was just the same promos leading up to a show that you're going to be watching anyway. So
God damn it. I will say this. It's not the only place it's shown on the WWE Network. It is shown on YouTube, but
I know.
That's not
I understand.
That's not acceptable.
I understand why they did it.
Well, yeah, there's nobody in the place.
There's nobody in the building. So why are they going to, have a pre-show match in front of nobody? Hello, WrestleMania. But, I mean...
They learned that lesson real quick.
But at the same time, why don't they put on, and this is going to be weird thing out of the box, an actual match people want to see on the pre-show that they think is going to be on the main show, put the first match on the pre-show, be like, do that a couple times, be like, oh shit, we need to get to the building quicker. I don't think it will work because after a while they'll just stop doing that and just going back to this shit, and then
there's a bigger problem with that is that you can only get people into the building so quickly.
That is true.
So you're intentionally fucking your fans by putting a good match on really early.
Open the doors earlier.
Okay, so you pay everyone that's a staff.
They're getting
member?
paid. They're not getting paid by the hour.
I don't know about that. I'm pretty sure that some of them. I'm not sure all of them are, but I'm sure at least food and beverage gets paid by the hour.
Oh, you mean concessions?
Well, all sorts of different things.
They're probably already open by the time that happens anyway. You have to. I know wrestlers got catering, but they want to go out and get a fucking nachos and some corn dogs. You know what I mean?
Why would you ever get anything but catering at a WWE event? They spend a shit ton of money on their catering, and it's all good from what I've heard.
Sometimes maybe people want some. I've had those nachos in that arena.
I mean,
fucking delicious.
This isn't exactly hot dog and handshake era for WWE.
I'm not saying they get paid by that. I'm just saying sometimes you want some nachos, yo.
Then ask catering; they'll make you high quality nachos for you.
Maybe I don't want the high quality ones. Maybe I want the garbage ones that the fans are going to be eating that are still fucking delicious. They put the hot peppers on. It was amazing.
God damn, pal.
Anyway, there is another segment on the pre-show that I do want to talk about, which I think should have been on the main show.
What's that?
The Edge.
Oh, the Edge segment. Yeah. I'm surprised that went out there. And I saw, and it might be in your news and rumors. It might not be. I don't know. But I saw a bit on Raja, to put them over, Raja.com, that there's a whole story about Elias and Edge and that kind of thing that will come out way later that nobody really knows about. It was very cryptic. It was one of those weird cryptic tweets that nobody.
Oh yeah, I know. Edge said that he felt good and he may have another match in him.
Holy shit!
But the segment as Elias comes out, rips on Toronto because he's Jeff Jarrett he's Jeff Jarrett, so he has to.
You're gonna say he's Jeff Jarrett with a guitar?
I was gonna say that. That actually will play the guitar instead of come down here and be like slap nuts, but it rips on Toronto because generic heel number 5's got to rip on fucking the city they're in.
Cheap heat.
And then Edge comes down, spears him. And then when we get to another match, Elias comes back out to be a special enforcer, and we'll talk about it when we get there.
You're going to talk about selling, aren't you?
No.
I am.
Okay,
you're not.
We can do that, but I'll get to it when we get there. So let's go to the main show, which opens up with the
checks notes
submission match for the Raw Women's Championship. Becky Lynch defends against Natasha. Oh, wait. Sorry, my bad. Match went 12 minutes and 35 seconds. Fuck Dave Monster gave it 3 1/4. You're the women's wrestling enthusiast?
I think he's being very generous. 2 stars. I really didn't like the match, actually. Don't look at me like that. On a podcast, of course. Here's my problem with the match is that you forget that Natty Neidhart, the Canadian, was going to get a pop. Hello? And we had a lot.
Really didn't?
She got more of a pop than she should have.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
Yeah, you say yeah, but it caused an issue in the match.
It did not, though.
I think it did.
It 100% did not.
Oh, here we go.
And this is where I'm finally able to say this. I could have said it earlier with the women's match at NXT. I'm finally going to say this. I hope you step on a fucking Lego. This match was great. 3.5 stars.
It was absolutely not. What the fuck is wrong with you? 3.5 fucking
stars. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you.
You got
way better match than expected.
Yeah, fuck.
Really liked the submission match stipulation. They worked it really well.
I will agree with that. Yeah, they did.
And Becky made Natalia look like a threat when she really isn't. So, yeah, I really liked the match. I think it's the second best match on the show for me.
Oh, that doesn't bode well for you for this show. Oh boy.
So what were your problems with it?
I felt like the match was slow. It was paced weirdly. I really wasn't a fan of. Now you had the stipulation of it being a submission match, but you had no rope breaks.
I'm fine with that.
I had a problem with that.
Well, you also had a submission match between Bret Hart and Stone Cold Steve Austin that really wasn't a submission match. It was a hardcore match. That's one of the best matches of all time, so go fuck yourself, I guess.
Yeah, but it wasn't a submission match. Really?
Yes, it was. It was dubbed a submission match. So, and this was dubbed, and so your bitch is, it's a submission match with no rope breaks, but that match is perfectly fine because it's one of the greatest matches of all time.
Did I say that?
No.
Of course not.
Well, that's my logic. But you're not disputing it, so...
I'm also saying that the match, that's one of my problems with the match. I'm not saying it's my sole problem with the match or that the match was a dud because it was no rope breaks or some shit.
I liked it.
I just wasn't a fan. Maybe I was just upset that day. I don't know. But honestly, I just didn't like it. And it's just going to get worse from here because I was not very kind to this show.
And you're probably going to be wrong every step of the way.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, here we go. Now, this is where, remember how I said this is where you're going to laugh with Monster Star ratings?
Okay.
Goldberg versus Dolph Ziggler. Match went 1 minute and 50 seconds.
Is that all three parts of the segment? Or is that just the first match?
Just the match.
Okay.
Get ready to laugh.
Okay.
Fuck Dave Meltzer gave it 3 stars.
Underrating piece of shit.
Underrated piece of shit.
It was a 5-star fucking match and you know it. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And I'm not joking. I
gave it a quarter star. Fuck you.
Yeah, see,
it was a minute 50 match where you knew exactly what was going to happen.
And it was absolutely the right way it should have went. 100%.
So I gave it a quarter star because it was the right way it was supposed to go.
It was phenomenal. I loved it. How could you not love that? That was my catharsis after having such a shitty women's match.
But it wasn't a shitty women's match. You're just being a fucking mark.
For Goldberg?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Fuck you too.
You're a Goldberg. You know what? You just wished he banged his head on something and got a concussion. That's what you wished.
So I watched this with my wife, which, God bless her soul, sat through all of this. And the first thing I said as Dolph Ziggler came out and they go back to the back where Goldberg was, I hope he didn't hit his head this time. And sure enough, he didn't. And he had a decent match because of it. If only he hadn't done that the quote-unquote 176 times in WCW, maybe we would have had a better Goldberg's career.
I think he did okay.
Nobody knows who the fuck Goldberg is.
Anyway, you're an overrated piece of shit. So is Meltzer.
Yeah, fuck you too. It was It was an angle. It wasn't a match. Right. Let's be honest here, and it's hard to rate something like that anyway. And
well,
I know. Fuck you. But the point I'm trying to make is that that was the kind of thing that was necessary. After the whole horse shit of Crown Nut Bag there. Whatever they're calling it.
Super Showdown.
Oh, was it Super Show? I thought it was Crown Jewel. It was always the plan since Crown Jewel.
Yep.
Taker had a better match from it, but Goldberg still had some bitter taste in his mouth for it. So this was a great way of bringing Goldberg back to being Goldberg.
Goldberg came out. He snorted. He spit. He speared you. He ejaculated you. Hammered you. And he was in the shower 7 minutes later?
I said that, and then he came back out, ready to take the shower, speared him again, went back, was going to take his shower, and then son of a bitch and fucking Dolph Ziggler calls him out again, gets another spear after doing the whole I respect you gimmick.
The whole thing is probably about 7 minutes, so I was right.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, we're talking way too much about this garbage.
I think it was great. So, fuck you.
What would you give the star rating?
5 stars.
Oh, you're a fucking mark. You're full of shit. WWE United States Championship. AJ Styles defends against Ricochet. Match went 13 minutes. Fuck, Dave Meltzer gave it 3 stars. I'm wrong.
It was a good match marred by shitty booking.
Good psychology and selling from Ricochet with the knee, but it's not the kind of match you want from these two.
Oh, absolutely. 100% agree.
It's kind of like they go out there and goes, we know you can do the flips, we know you can do this, but can you sell? So on their third biggest show of the year, let's see you sell.
So let's take AJ Styles and Ricochet and make it a
psychology base match.
I haven't had enough mat-based wrestling from Ricochet. Let's see what that looks like.
Right.
I like, who the fuck agents this shit? Seriously. And the worst part is that you're sitting here with arguably two top stars in the third match fighting for a secondary title where the entire gimmick is, oh yeah, we're putting the club back together. It was almost secondary to the actual match in a way.
And then they lose the tag team titles 8 days later.
Oh yeah, but fuck it. Whatever. But
two singles stars, by the way, not even a team.
That is the most tag team philosophy in terms of booking.
It's like
WWE.
We got two single stars that don't trust each other. Can they coexist? Well, let's put them in a tag title match. Let's see if they can coexist. Oh, they won because they wanted to be tag team. Now they're tag team champs. But now they can't coexist because they won the tag team titles. So
they've done this angle to death.
Yes.
And I actually have to give shit to Paul Heyman for that.
Dun, dun, dun.
Not much shit because I still love Paulie. Paulie, I love you.
You love to suck that fucking Jewish dick.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
SmackDown Women's Championship. Oh, wait, what'd you rate it?
Paulie, call me. 3 stars.
Okay.
We're all right.
All right.
We're all wrong.
SmackDown Women's Championship. Bayley defends against Ember Moon. Match with 10 minutes. Fuck Dave Meltzer gave it 1 3/4. I gave it 2.5. It was an okay match for a house show. They tried.
What the fuck is wrong with you people?
They tried, but nothing was special. Like, there was no story into it. It just didn't.
I really enjoyed it. I agree with there was no story going into it, but I gave it 3 stars. I thought it was really, really decent. It was way better than the fucking...
So the worst women's match on the show, you gave it...
2 stars, like I said.
No, it was
and then
not.
This was 3 stars.
This was not better than the submission match.
Absolutely it was.
Absolutely was.
Absolutely was.
Oh my God.
What is wrong with you?
Were you drinking that night? You never
Were you?
drink. I didn't watch it live. I actually paid attention.
Wow. Well, you must not have had your glasses on. That's for fucking sure.
I did.
You need to clean them.
Says the guy who never wears his glasses.
That is also true.
No, this match was the worst out of the 3 women's matches on this card.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I disagree, but okay.
Because you're wrong.
I mean, we're not that far off.
No.
We're a half star off.
But no.
But that's just... Whatever. Okay, sure.
It was an okay match for a house show.
It should have been Asuka.
There it is. There it is.
There's the bitterness.
It all fucking comes out. All right. Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon. If Kevin Owens loses, he must quit. The match went 9 minutes 20 seconds. Fuck Dave Meltzer gave it 2 stars. I'm wrong. When you have a story, but the funny thing is the crowd was into it. So
they were huge.
So when you have a story where people...
Really? Wait a second. Hold on. No. Canadian? It was over in Toronto. Imagine that.
When you have a story where people are invested, the crowd can get into it. Keep it up, WB. You should do it more often.
The only reason why the crowd was into it was because...
No.
Absolutely it was.
No. The crowd was into Owens the whole fucking time leading up to this. So just because they're in... No, you're fucking full of shit. You're full of shit tonight. You have not taken your beat up shit yet.
That may be true.
That's how full of shit you are right now. Anyway, the Edge spot. This is where it should have happened instead of the pre-show. Elias comes out to be the special enforcer. Why not have Edge come down when he's doing his or Elias is doing his fuckery, and just do the spear there?
I think it would have taken away from the match.
So? Who cares? It's a Shane.
Okay, there you go.
It's a Shane McMahon match. Like, who? The crowd's popping anyway. Like you said before, oh my God, they're expecting Owens getting popped to Canada. He's going to get popped anyway. Now to bring Edge out, get a bigger pop. That way.
Why do you need the bigger pop?
You don't need the bigger pop.
Then don't do it.
It'd be nice for the crowd. Why do it on the pre-show? Especially if Elias is coming back out. Why do that Why do that on the pre-show?
I agree with that, but there was no. Here's my problem with the spot is that you have Elias come out after he's taken a spear, and not sell it at all.
Well, yeah,
that's my big problem with it.
So he doesn't sell it, and they do it on the pre-show. Why not just do it here?
I would say do it after the match.
Or you can do like Owens wins and then Elias beats the crap out of him and the Edge comes down.
Yeah, that's where you do it.
So we're compromising, but they should have done it here instead of we're doing the same thing. They should have done it on this instead of the pre-show.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that.
So
yeah, my problems. It's strange to wait, and I don't want to say it that way because it sounds weird, but it's strange to waste such a big surprise on a pre-show. But I can understand why they did it if they're trying to grab people into the network. Like I said, we talked about this before. You know, the pre-show is there not just on the network, but also on YouTube. So in theory, it's supposed to try and sell the pay-per-view, even though in reality, it's most people have already bought WWE Network. So it's,
right.
You know, that doesn't matter. But with that, you're still wasting that type of talent. You know, if you had announced that Edge would be there as I don't know. He's doing the cutting edge.
Yes, I was just going to say doing the cutting edge and then have Elias come down and interrupt him and then Edge spear him. Okay, fine.
Right.
But to have it where Elias is doing his thing and then Edge come out for a surprise, that's...
Yeah, it's weird to waste something like that, I think. But once again, I don't own a multi-billion-dollar company and I'm not Vince McMahon, so fuck y'all.
Charlotte Flair versus Trish Stratus.
What did you think of this?
Match went 16 minutes and 40 seconds. Fuck Dave Meltzer gave it 3 1/4. I'm wrong.
Wow.
Trish looked absolutely amazing. The match was good. Trish, well, obviously looked amazing. She looked pretty good as an in-ring performer for her first single match in 8 years. Nothing really stood out, but was still good. Fitting quote end to a great career if this really is her last match.
If it is, she went out on a high note. I will agree with that. And she was one of those women that really didn't. She wasn't a wrestler, really, in terms of being a quality wrestler. You take a lot of her early career, it's garbage. But she was one of the ones that really stuck to it and really worked on her performances through the years. So she got better and better as time progressed. Whereas a lot of other women in that era didn't. They just were into the hair mares and, you know, the stripping and blah, 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 blah. She actually took it seriously, and her career really signifies a change of what women's wrestling is in the U.S. You know, obviously in Japan it's a little bit different, and other places it's different, but in the U.S. she was really one of the forefathers of this women's revolution, if you wanted to call it that, you know. So I love the fact that she got this really big blow off in Toronto, no less. I think that if she does hang up her boots here, she's got nothing to, you know, to prove anymore. You know, it's great, and I love it, and I love the fact that, you know, she put over Charlotte on the way out.
What'd you rate it?
3 stars.
Oh, okay.
So all that for a quarter star less. But I mean, it's just the reality of
right. I've seen people rate this 4 stars. And I'm like,
no. I mean, it's decent to good, but that's it. I mean, it's nothing to blow your socks off of.
No,
but
because fuck you.
WWE title match.
Kofi Kingston defends against Randy Orton. Match went 16 minutes and 45 seconds. Fuck Dave Meltzer gave it an okay match for a house show. He's a complete overrating piece of shit. Terrible finish to I gave it 1 1/4. Terrible finish to a bad match. Kofi's underwhelming title reign continues, which it should have ended months ago. Kofi being pissed about his family is so stupid because Orton didn't do anything to him. He just stood there. And then Kofi's like, "Oh, you're standing in front of my family. Now I got to beat the shit out of you and cause a count out."
Like, and lose the match over it.
Like, it's stupid. It was fucking stupid. It was ridiculous. It was fucking terrible.
The booking was garbage. This was done a year ago. Just different people. But the exact same booking happened a year ago with Joe and AJ Styles. Except Joe did a better job of menacing his family.
Right.
This was just the look.
there were reports, and I call 100% bullshit on this.
Okay.
Because of that Kofi Kingston WWE 24 that was aired after SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
Reports were that WWE title match was supposed to end the show when the same thing happening, but then when Orton comes into the ring, Kofi hits him with Trouble in Paradise and wins. I call 100% bullshit because there's no way that a match with Brock Lesnar on the third biggest show of the year is going to not finish.
Unless it opens.
Because Brock wanted to get out of there.
Yeah.
So
we're fucking doing this. Let's do it now.
So I call bullshit on that. The match was fucking terrible.
Oh, yeah. And I 100% agree. I want to say this was Kofi's worst match since he won the title. I gave it 1 star. I actually think it was worse than what you think it was. The booking made absolutely zero sense. It was 16 minutes of garbage Orton match shit. Followed by, like I said, it was it's not even original. It's not even original WWE. It's not even original WWE in the last 12 months. What the fuck? So, fuck you guys? Done.
Finn Balor versus The Fiend?
Oh, we're going to have some fun with this. I'm sure. Okay. I know what you're going to say already. I'm pretty sure I know what you're going to say.
Match went 3 minutes and 25 seconds. Fuck Dan Meltzer gave it 2 stars. What am I going to say?
It's absolute garbage. You hated it.
The Fiend character has potential to be one of the best characters on the show. Do not fuck this up.
Of course they will.
The match was exactly what it needed to be. It was only a 1/4 star, but it was exactly what it needed to be. It needed a good win or a credible win over a guy with that character.
Mm-hmm.
So
former WWE Universal Champion.
Yeah.
You almost forget that.
Right.
People forget that that match has a former WWE champion and a former WWE Universal Champion in it.
Right. So, yeah. It was exactly what it needed to be. Again, only 1/4 star, or a 1/2 star, but it was exactly what it needed to be. I'm like, I'm fine with it. Sometimes a 1/4 star, or keep saying 1/4. Sometimes a 1/2 star is exactly what it needed to be, and I'm fine with it.
Right. Well, that's what the fucking Bill Goldberg match was.
Yeah, it was exactly what it needed to be.
And this is absolutely
exactly
true.
what it needed to be.
But you and I both know that this is going right in the trash in about 2 months.
Sadly, probably.
I hope to God that this really works out in the long term, because Bray Wyatt has had so many false starts with his career. I mean, he gets over naturally every single time, and every time WWE manages to fuck it up, nerf his run, and then he's the jobber to the stars once again. He's almost like Ming in that way. Remember how they used to use Ming? He would be an unstoppable monster for like 4 months, so they could feed him to the champ.
Yeah,
feed him to a champion or something.
Yep.
It feels like that with Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, but hopefully they don't fuck it up. Let's hope they don't completely fuck this up.
I've lost most positive influence when it comes to WWE fucking shit up. So,
okay. Universal Championship. Brock Lesnar defends against Seth Rollins. The match went 13 minutes and 25 seconds. Fuck Dave Meltzer gave it 4 1/4.
What? Are you kidding me?
I gave it 4 stars.
What the fuck is wrong with you people?
What the fuck's wrong with you?
This is a 3-star match.
No, it's not. Oh my God, you are so fucking bad. See what happens when you actually have someone in there with Brock Lesnar that knows how to sell and can work with him and get time? Oh my God, the match rate goes up fucking amazingly. 4 stars. Fuck you.
Fuck you. What the fuck is
you.
wrong with you? What, did you take some happy pills before you watched this fucking garbage?
That's the only match that's 4 stars.
Yeah, but still, I mean, you have been way more kind to the show than
because
I have.
it's exactly what it is. Like,
it's a garbage show.
No, it was not.
It was a garbage show with I'm not saying a great or a terrible main event, but it wasn't 4 stars. It's a 3-star match. What the fuck are you
this
talking
match was
about?
better than Lesnar Danielson from Survivor Series last year. 100%.
No, I disagree with that.
100%. Oh yeah,
The best part of this match was Rollins getting spun around by his rib tape.
100% better than that.
No, nah, dude.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
bro.
Not even close.
Yeah,
man.
bro.
You are so far off.
Yeah, bro. I mean, the show wasn't great, but there were some good matches on it. Gave it a 6 out of 10.
I gave it 5 out of 10. So I mean,
You're just an underrated piece of shit lately.
yeah, okay.
You're
Fuck
becoming
you too.
You're becoming what Travis used to call me. He's become a jaded fucking Mark.
Hey! I'm a jaded fucking smark.
Sorry, bro. Sorry.
So,
My bad, bro.
Hey!
My bad, bro.
My fucking best show of the year is still a WWE show.
Mine too.
It's just NXT, but whatever.
Still WWE.
Yes.
All right. Let's
Fucking indie marks.
Okay, let's go to news and rumors.
Okay. You said you had a page?
One page.
Okay.
Oh my god, my health.
Your health.
My heart. It is melting so much right now.
Is it? Oh. Why is there?
Oh.
Really? Oh. Do you need a towel?
We used to have a jerk off towel in here. Where'd it go?
I had to wash it.
Oh, there it is. It's right there.
Oh, sweet. Yes. You must have washed it for me.
Oh yeah. Oh, my girl Sasha Banks. She's back. I'm so happy. I am so happy. And that's it for news and rumors.
Cool.
The only thing we need to do, Sasha's back. The only important thing ever.
Wait, what?
That's
Are you fucking kidding me? He actually made that.
that's it. That's it for news and rumors. That's the only important thing that's happened these past 2 weeks for Fat Man.
No, there's got to be more shit than that.
Oh, you call me bluff. I got shit.
Fuck you.
So LAX has confirmed that they are officially done with Impact.
That's sad. They had one hell of a run in Impact. I'll be interested to see where they go.
Probably
AEW.
I was going to say probably AEW.
Actually, if you take a look at AEW's roster, it's either people who are friends with the Bucks and or Cody Rhodes or Chikara people.
They're just a t-shirt company, bro. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Kota Ibushi won G1.
Yay!
Which I predicted.
Boo! Naito, always the bridesmaid, never the bride. That's not true. He's won it twice. But.
I was just going to say. NXT will be on USA starting September 18th and will be 2 hours long.
And will be the most important part of that.
Vince McMahon's.
No. Live.
Oh, yeah, live.
It's no longer going to be a taped show.
Oh, whatever. It'll be live.
That's a big thing, I think.
It is.
I think it's a big thing. Maybe not.
And everybody be like, oh, they're going up against AEW. They're afraid of AEW. Remember, fuckers, NXT was on Wednesdays before AEW was, so fuck you.
You a little pissed about AEW or something?
No, I'm just going up with the fucking smarks out there like, oh, WWE's trash, AEW's the best, even though I don't know what a face is or a heel is with my wrestlers. I don't like to advertise anything. AAA announces their Invading New York show will move from Madison Square Garden to the Hulu Theater because of severe lack of ticket sales.
Really? You don't... So AAA is known for being terrible in terms of their big shows, especially Triple Mania in the last few years. So this is not a shock to me at all.
Apparently, yeah, no, it's not to me either. Well, the Hulu Theater is technically that theater that's under Madison Square Garden, so they're technically still...
They're still there.
Madison Square Garden?
Yeah, just like I had a show at Madison Square Garden because I fucked some dude in Penn Station. You know, what the fuck?
But it's not Madison Square Garden. WWE apparently had streaming problems during TakeOver SummerSlam. When they updated the network, they switched servers from Disney's BAM Tech to Endeavor's Newalana. I don't know what the fuck to pronounce that. I'm not a tech guy.
Okay.
But when I did go home Saturday, I tried to watch NXT. The sound wasn't syncing up. They're like,
oh, really?
They're 3 minutes behind. But SummerSlam was fine when it. But
I didn't have a problem at all.
NXT was still live when I was trying to watch it from the beginning.
Interesting.
So the sound was like 3 minutes off.
So I.
But SummerSlam I didn't have a problem with.
Did you watch Takeover Live?
Well, when I got home, it just like was about ready to end.
Okay.
So I went to go start it over.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's where that was. And SummerSlam I didn't watch live and I didn't have any problems.
I watched Takeover before we watched SummerSlam, and it was fine for me.
All right, so
it must have been. That's interesting. Huh.
yeah, maybe it was just the playbacks that night because
Yeah.
it was just the sound.
Shit happens, you know.
Because so many people are leaving WWE for AEW. Roman Reigns.
They will shock you.
That will blow your mind.
Blow your fucking
The plan
mind.
says crown jewel. Roman Reigns signs a multi-year deal with WWE because, everybody's leaving for AEW. The big names will just shock you.
I mean, Sawyer Fulton was a big name, I guess.
Who?
Sawyer Fulton?
Who?
The guy from Impact.
Who?
That's part of OI4K now.
Who?
That dude.
Who?
The big dude.
Who?
From Impact.
Dr. Tom Pritchard has signed with MLW as a senior agent.
Cool. It's nice to see Bruce's brother getting some recognition for something.
You know what they say? I take a bullet for Tom, but I put one in Bruce. Lance Storm is going to close down his wrestling school,
That's sad.
but he's doing it for a reason, and he can't say why.
Oh, yeah. I wonder why.
So, Performance Center or an AEW agent?
I would say AEW
So
agent, but I'm trying to see that can't be true either because I think I know Bryce is still working for Insane Man there, Quack, in terms of his school, the Wrestle Factory. So I don't know how that works out. And Bryce is I have to take that back because Bryce signed a different deal recently, so I'm not sure if that's true anymore.
Most AEW guys can still work the indies.
Right. Well, Bryce is a referee. He's not
Right.
even a worker, but he was doing seminars and stuff like that before he got a not a talent deal, but an actual backroom deal too. I say backroom, but you know what I mean,
Backstage, yeah.
backstage
I
role.
gotcha.
But yeah, so I'll be interested to see where Lance actually ends up.
I'm thinking it has to be the Performance Center to be shutting down the school. AEW let him keep that open.
I would think so too, considering he's such a well-known person.
So I'm thinking he's going to the Performance Center.
But Quack worked at the Performance Center while working with the Wrestle Factory.
Yeah, but at the same time, he was there as a guest agent.
That's not true. He was actually doing regular stuff with them
Yeah, but now he's not there anymore.
because he basically got canned because Road Dogg pushed him out.
Yeah, I don't believe that. Okay.
Well, let me be more specific.
because they have guest agents all the time.
Right, but his role specifically was working on character improvement, and Road Dogg wanted to do that, so he took that over as a permanent because he was already a permanent full-time employee. Quack wasn't. He was only part-time, but he was a regular employee of them. The last I'm aware.
I
Once again,
still don't buy that. I think he was still like a guest that could keep a school open. Remember how I said that Austin Theory from Evolve was going to be the next big thing?
they get signed.
He gets signed with WWE.
Immediately.
So does Santana Garrett.
I am so glad Santana Garrett got signed. There are a couple other nice people in that class. Most nobody would know them unless they're, local indie guys here, or if you're worldwide. I think one of them's from Germany. I think.
I don't remember what the other ones are.
I can't
but those
remember
were the big
offhand.
ones. So I'm glad Austin Theory signed. Who's still the Evolve champion, by the way.
And WWN live champion because they put the titles together.
Stars is making a new wrestling drama called Heels.
Oh, I heard about this.
And it's going to star Stephen Amell.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I can't wait to see it, actually. I'm pretty excited for shit like that. Have you watched The Dark Side of the Ring yet?
I have them. I started watching the first one, and then for some reason I had to stop it, and then I just never got back into it.
Me too. Exactly the same thing happened. It's one of those things where it's like I have that, and the other one that was on, there was Dark Side of the Ring, and then there was another one that was right around the same time that I can't remember. I got both of them, and I really want to get into them and watch them, and maybe we should do a watch along for one of them. ...
Let me watch them and see if they're actually worth watching. Because to me, it's like, why would we watch along a documentary? That's
because it's something new and different, and people haven't done it before.
We'll see.
Because we're into new and innovative things on the wrestling show.
Yeah. Paige has a second neck surgery.
Yeah. Good for her for getting the neck surgery. I'm not sure if it's going to help her career at all, but whatever.
Okay, so WWE canceled 2 more shows. August 30th in Bangor, Maine, and August 31st in Portland, Maine. They rescheduled 3 shows.
Okay.
August 23rd in Bowser City, Louisiana was moved to March 22nd. And then the August 24th show in Lafayette, Louisiana was moved to January 17th. And the August 25th show in Mobile, Alabama was moved to March 19th. The reason is that WWE has a South African tour on the 23rd and 23rd through 25th. South American tour, 23rd to 25th, and wanted more talent on their tour. WWE was considering reducing house shows anyway and making them all just super shows because they're not drawing well. Well, of course, Meltzer's all like, well, that's not the reason why they're doing it, to get more talent, because the reason why they're doing it is they're not selling, and WWE just wants a reason why, because I'm Dave Meltzer and I know everything. I would
give more credence to that if they only did the 2 shows on the 29th and 30th. But I don't know about you, but I believe Maine is a hotbed for professional wrestling. So I'm shocked.
They admitted they canceled those shows for ticket sales.
Well, yeah, of course.
But the reasoning behind... So why would they admit that those shows weren't drawing and then cancel other shows going, well...
Because Meltzer's a fucking mark.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
And that's the thing, is that people keep looking at Meltzer as the end-all, be-all god of...
And Meltzer's a guy that called Bruce Pritchard a con man. Meltzer calling someone a con man is absolutely hilarious to me when 90% of the shit he writes is fucking fake.
Especially considering that a lot of the times it was proven that he was fed horse shit.
Right.
So, I mean, here's the other thing about this. It goes back to my favorite thought process, is hearing one of our local wrestling promoters call another wrestling promoter a fucking carny. When, have you looked in the mirror, dude? Seriously. But it's fucking ridiculous what Meltzer puts out there and calls golden fact. You know,
but then if not, plans have changed.
Plans have changed. Yeah,
it's a crown jewel.
Fuck you. And that's the thing, is that you can always get away with that in professional wrestling because
more often than not, plans do change. So you can get fed bullshit or make up bullshit and be like, well,
plans change.
Plans change. Yeah, because WrestleVolts, follows Meltzer, reports on what Meltzer's saying, but then says their sources or my sources are telling me this is happening. You literally are reposting what Meltzer's fucking saying. That's your fucking source.
He's not wrong, though. His sources say X, and Meltzer is his source, then he's correct.
But he's not correct because they're 90% wrong.
Well, he's correct.
No, say my source, yeah.
Yeah,
that's like us going on Twitter and be like, well, my sources, I got inside information, and my inside guy said this is going to happen. And then right underneath my tweet is Dave Meltzer saying the same exact fucking thing. So it's like...
Is Meltzer an inside source?
Technically, yes. Technically.
Then he's not wrong.
I know. But
we're not wrong here.
But WrestleVolts are a piece of shit.
Yeah, I know. I know you're trying to bury WrestleVotes, but the joke is
they're right.
they're still not wrong with where they're getting their information from.
Right. It's just
garbage.
It's just saying that their sources, like they don't have sources. They're just reading dirt sheets and saying that
Yeah,
that's like,
but we say
that's
this,
like, no, I never said our sources. I've saying
our sources are Raja.
Yeah,
and
we tell people where we get our information.
Yeah, but that's the problem is that.
But we're not saying that it's our inside information. We're saying our sources. This is where we get our information.
Hey, it is our inside information if they don't read Raja.com and PW Insider. That's on them.
Right.
But it's still insider information.
But I'm just saying,
information.
we tell them where we're getting the information. They're not telling us where they're getting theirs, which we clearly know where they're getting theirs.
Yeah, look up one.
It's literally copy paste. So... But
Have you seen his retweet button?
So
there it is.
Whatever. Fuck Russell. It's their pieces of shit. Which I've tweeted them calling them pieces of shit before. I'm surprised I'm not blocked by them.
Yet. How many more pieces of news?
Not much.
Okay, because I wanted to kind of piggyback off that a little bit. We talk a lot about sources and all that shit, but one of the big things that I have, and we haven't done a plug in a while because you've already taken a shit. So before we continue on, shopgear.com is our affiliate link for Amazon.
Oh my God, I'm actually here for this.
Yes, I know. So that means you got to plug away as well because I usually fuck this up anyway. But shopgear.com, shopgere.com, that's our affiliate link for Amazon. You go to the website and it just shows Amazon, just like normal. You buy your stuff, same as Amazon. You check out, same as Amazon. You get your wonderful shit from Amazon. But the difference is they give us a little kickback for us sending you to Amazon. So please go to shopgear.com, buy your shit from Amazon, helps us out, helps the podcast community.
I just bought a new phone and bought a new phone case from shopgear.com.
Awesome. Yes. So please go there, help us out. I hate saying help Jeff Bezos out too. Whatever. Yeah. So what I wanted to, this is a very roundabout way of doing this, but whatever. All these fucking insider sources and all that stuff, they all use social media. And we kind of got in a conversation with this on the way here. Well, on the way home, I guess, about social media in professional wrestling and how it's changed, what an angle is, what information's out there from both an insider source, but also the companies themselves are using it to promote their own product. And one of the biggest things that you had a problem with is coming up on our, I'm not sure if we're actually going to do our preview of AEW's All In 2? I can't remember what it is.
All Out.
Whatever the fuck it's called. I keep calling it Double or Nothing when the last show was the first show that came back was Double or Nothing. But they're promoting the triple threat match that they have from the 6-man tag from the last show almost exclusively through social media. And you're really not a fan of that.
I wasn't a fan of it because I don't think it's going to attract casual fans. And you're like, well, the casual fan is what, like 20 years old and has a phone and that's all they're doing is watching YouTube and shit like that.
Yeah.
And that's a point. But what I'm saying is they had a 6-man tag at Fight for the Fallen.
Right.
But they're the faces, even though 2 of them are heels. Anyway.
We won't go with the whole dynamic there.
Anyway.
That's garbage.
They worked together against a heel team that didn't and still lost. Okay, fine. And then the next thing I know, I'm looking up the All Out card and they're facing each other. And I didn't know why.
The question is, can they coexist?
And I'm like, didn't they just team together? And then I think it was you pointed out to me, well, they were doing it on their social media. I go, but they could have just added like a 2-minute segment to the show that people are already wanting, the people are going to watch to at least start it and then do the rest on social media?
I mean, there's 2 ways you could look at it.
I don't mind him doing it on social media. I mean, why not just start the angle on that show and then continue it through social media until you get to the event? Why start exclusively on the social media? Because when I think of casual fan, I think they're just tuning into the show and they're not doing anything else.
And I think
that's what I think of a casual fan. I don't think of a casual fan going on their phone, because I think that's a hardcore fan. Going on their phone, looking up shit. I know I'm probably old.
You old fuck.
But that's not what I think of a casual fan. they're actually taking their time to look shit up is not a casual fan. That is a hardcore fan. Or a mark or a smart, whatever you want to call them. But a casual fan just watches the product. That's it.
See, I think the sense of a casual fan is being warped in your mind there, because the power of social media and the power of just even you don't even have to follow a lot of this stuff for it to show up on your feed. So if you use Twitter at all and you're a wrestling fan, you'll see it.
No, and I get that. And to be honest, you're going to get more people following on social media than you were going to watch that show.
Almost certainly, yeah.
So here's the that's not what I'm disputing.
And the other part of the piece that we didn't even talk about is that showing an exclusive angle like that gets people more into your social media.
Yeah.
Which then brings in ad revenue, because then all of a sudden,
the more clicks you get, the more
exactly.
I understand,
especially YouTube.
I understand that part, and I get all that part.
PewDiePie makes a lot of money by playing Minecraft videos. Okay, the man's got nearly 100 million subscribers, and there's a reason why all he does is play Minecraft right now. That's the thing. That's
I completely understand. That's not what I have an issue with. My issue is, why not start at the show?
Because that was their decision. I mean,
and that's fine, but we're here questioning.
I'm not questioning it.
No,
you are.
No. This is what we do on the show. We critique shit. Mm-hmm. And I'm critiquing why they're not starting on the show. Especially when I'm just looking up the card and going, didn't they just team together? When did that start?
I guess I don't have a problem with it. That's
okay. And maybe if my thing is, you had a 30-minute, which we talked about before, Rose versus Bucks match, a fucking 20-minute Kenny Omega match, a 20-minute fucking Adam Page match that were all average at best. You could have cut 5 minutes from that to start that angle on that show.
I mean, I can't disagree with that. So but here's the other part of that, is that they booked it that way.
No,
I mean,
WWE booked shit that way, and we talk about that too. What's the difference?
Yeah, I mean, we'll look at what's the number one channel in terms of content right now.
Wrestling channel?
Channel, period.
I don't fucking know. I'm not on YouTube.
WWE.
Okay.
But that's kind of the point, is that they're one of the top channels of all of YouTube.
The thing that
short
they do,
of like T-Series and other.
You were talking about the 24/7 title, and that's most of the shit is exclusively on their YouTube page.
Yes.
Shit. They show that shit on Raw and SmackDown too.
They do, because they've got 9 hours of fucking TV they got, Phil.
I understand. And I understand AEW doesn't have that. I get why they're doing the social media.
The exclusivity of seeing that stuff happen in real time is a bit of a draw when you're talking about WWE with this brand new weird title that can happen at any time. It's happening at Comic-Con. It's happening at Drake Maverick's wedding. It's happening in his bedroom. It's happening here and there and everywhere.
No, I get all that. But I'm saying is WWE will replay what they put on YouTube on their shows. Again, you said because they got a shit ton of fucking time to fill. Yeah. But at least they do it. I know AEW doesn't have that right now.
So but they might do it.
But they might do it. But why not at least start it at that show and Fight for the Fallen? That's my thing. Just start it. I don't care if you just have them just have a little clip of them. JR is like, well, we got Sasha Price. We got something in the back here happening, and then see him brawling.
Okay.
Boom. Done.
Cool.
30 seconds. Bam. The rest you can put on your social media page. My thing is, I get why they're doing it, but to me, I think it's the definition of the casual fan. I don't think casual fans are looking up shit.
Well, they're not. But but the thing is that they don't have to.
No, I get it, but I'm just saying.
I mean, I can literally go on my phone right now, and I have 15 fucking tweets of what's going on in AEW right now, and what's going on with, like, I have cage side seats, but whatever. But like all sorts of different things coming up here, all through my social media, because I have Instagram, I have Twitter, I have Facebook.
Sasha Banks, Alexa, Gritty, Sasha Banks.
Gritty.
Of course I follow Gritty. He's the best.
Of course, yeah. Even I don't follow Gritty. I should.
You should. He's fucking awesome.
He is awesome. Okay, I will admit he is. I'll say it. The top mascot of all professional sports.
Yeah.
And this is coming from a man that doesn't watch
Doesn't
just
watch-
wrestling.
This is
I
a fan
barely
that-
watch wrestling.
This is a fan that doesn't watch wrestling.
Yeah,
Because
but-
apparently, look at his SummerSlam star ratings. He really didn't watch it.
But
I
mean, I follow. On my phone, I have YouTube. I have
But here's the
literally.
thing, I'm not on YouTube.
But I'm not really on YouTube either. I have a video. Now, this will tell you a lot about my YouTube history. I don't even follow this channel. Okay, I don't follow this channel. I watched casually through a Reddit link about the lockpicking lawyer. If you're not familiar,
So were
with
you on Reddit?
I was on Reddit.
I'm not on Reddit.
Yeah, but that's not my point.
That's my point.
No, listen. I watched this video through Reddit on YouTube. I now have a notification on my phone from this YouTube channel that I've only watched one video of for another video he's done.
Okay, so if you watch one. Okay.
Yeah, but
I got it.
that's my point, is that I barely follow this type of channel ever. But because of algorithms of YouTube and algorithm on social media, I'm getting this stuff because it's potential ad revenue for all these social media platforms. And therefore, I'm also getting things that I wouldn't necessarily have picked up on, but I am because I may be a fan of professional wrestling. No. So all of a sudden I'm watching the actual triple threat brawl pull out on their social media, not because I was actively looking for it, but it was on my phone as a message, a potential message.
I don't get that. No, I literally I get suggestions, but they're not like wrestling related. They're all like promoted on stuff like that. So like,
and it completely depends on who you follow and what you do on social media.
If
you don't run social media all that much, I do, and a lot of people that are younger than us do.
Yeah, and I get that. That's my point. I'm an old fuck.
Well, I don't want to say you're an old fuck. It's just the fact that I think the fans that they're trying to bring in to AEW are not going to be the same type of fans that you would necessarily associate with old school wrestling. And
I get that.
And
I get that.
The people who are following AEW because, oh my God, it's the Bucks and all these cool things and all the niche Japan guys that want to watch American Pro and stuff like that are coming to the show, but they already knew it. They already knew about it. The casual fan isn't going to necessarily know it, but because they're doing a lot of promotion on social media, they are.
I didn't see any of it.
Yeah, but you're not looking to watch a Darby All-In match. That's my point. Are you?
That's my point.
Yeah, but no. How is that your point?
I'm not looking for it. So I understand, like,
because it's not a draw for you. Your draw is the Lucha Brothers versus the Young Bucks or Omega and Moxley, because that's what they're drawing with. But other fans are looking at it from another perspective. This is just one more medium that they're using.
I understand that, and I get it, and I agreed every step of the way with you. Except start it on their show. Just start it.
It's my point is that, well, to go back to that point, I think it's a small criticism that's not warranted.
I'm warranting it.
I know you're warranting it. You're wrong. Is my point.
It's a criticism. How can I be wrong of it? It's my opinion.
I'm critiquing your opinion of it. It's
your opinion
bullshit.
is SummerSlam is fucking wrong.
It is,
and it's bullshit.
Whatever.
No, I'm just saying.
But
But they're not going to live or die off this feud. I'm just having.
But you're critiquing it like it is.
No, I'm critiquing because like they're teaming together. It's just the booking around it, I guess, is why I'm pissed off about it, I guess. They're teaming together.
The booking of the match was 5 heels and a face. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, 6 heels in the face. Bryce was the only
Fair point.
But
got me there.
I'm just saying, though. And then they worked well together, and then they just walked to the back, and then all of a sudden, now they're feuding?
Oh, yeah.
I think that's why I'm
then bitch about the booking.
Right.
I guess my point is that you shouldn't be bitching about
then all
the
of a sudden,
medium, bitch about the booking.
And then all of a sudden I see them that they're facing each other like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
And I have to go on their media page to find what happened. Like, to me, I think it's more like, understanding the algorithm stuff, to me is like, now you want me to look up how that happened? You're making a fan do research on your show?
Well, here's the thing is that
that's how I see it. It's wrong, and I'll admit that, but that's how I see it. It's like,
well,
why not start it? Why, like, and again, the booking around all the other fucking matches that are way too long, you couldn't just spend a 30-second segment of that?
Right.
So it's the booking around it that I'm more like...
I agree with that. And
it's not the social media at all. It's the booking around it. It's like, now they're facing each other because ... question mark?
Yeah.
That's my problem.
Yeah.
And nothing to do with them promoting it on social media or not. It's just like, when you're watching the show, and then all of a sudden you look at the card, and you're like, huh?
It's a very valid criticism. I will give you that.
That's what I'm criticizing about, not that they're doing it on social media.
But you could also solve that part of it by 30 seconds before the triple threat match starts to have...
Then why announce it?
Why not?
But why? That's my questioning.
Because the people who are following on it want to see if that actually becomes a match.
Okay, but that's my point. Literally, like 3 days later, it's like, I'm looking at the card, like, wait, now they're facing each other? How are they facing each other? Oh, it's 3 deathmatch guys. Okay, got it.
Cool.
A regular match. Got it.
Cool.
But they just team together.
Huh? Cool.
Whatever. That's my criticism. It's the booking. Right. So all around it has nothing to do with social media. It's like it's the booking around it that makes no sense. And then they just decided to throw it off onto social media. Like, okay, I get it, but
and with all due respect to the 3 guys in the match, it's a low to mid card match. It's a low to mid card feud. You know, it's something to put on the card to fill out a nice card. I get that this wasn't meant to be some huge angle, you know, and we're not going to get that until after they get TV anyway.
Right.
So
we may not even get that when they get TV. So
maybe not, but we won't know.
You see,
they're still a T-shirt company until they get a TV deal.
Well, they got the TV deal, so
okay. They're not a T-shirt company until they sell out a bunch of arenas.
Oh, they did that.
Well, they're not. They're not anything more than a T-shirt company until they're at least a year in the business.
Okay. We'll wait.
We'll wait and see on this company and see how it goes. So thanks for that wonderful tangent right there.
Of course we do.
What else do we got on news and rumors?
Goldberg made between $1 million and $3 million for Super Showdown.
Good for him.
Good for him to making $3 million and getting a concussion. Awesome.
I'll take a concussion for $3 million.
Joe Hendry signed with ROH.
Joe Hendry. He is the greatest from ICW. Most notable for, you'll hate him for one.
Sweet.
He was known for making parody songs of his opponents. So he'd take like, you know, I don't know, Blue from Eiffel 65 and dub new lyrics over it. And it's funny shit, but I know you're really into that. But they were funny, and he's a decent performer as well. He's a mic guy. He's not a wrestler as much. I hate saying it that way, but it's the truth.
You look like you're milking a cow.
Yeah,
he's
I know.
A mic guy.
He's a milker. He's a no.
Cool.
Yeah.
So Sleazy.
Yes.
We going to Boston next year?
Why would we go to Boston?
SummerSlam.
Well, considering Toronto is 4 hours away,
Boston's 5.5, 6 hours.
Well, it's got to be further away, so of course we got to go.
Plus, it's Boston.
Hey, wait a second. It was WrestleMania in New York? Yeah, that's only 6 hours away. We should not go to that.
So the year before, let's drive 18 hours, and then the year after, let's drive 20. But not
the 6 hours in between. No, dude. No, we don't roll that way, yo.
All right. Ruby Riott had another surgery to fix her bilateral injury. She had the same procedure done on her other shoulder in May.
Oh, yeah. That sucks. Hope she gets well.
Bobby Lashley also had surgery to remove bone spurs in his elbow. Probably won't be back till November.
But we wanted to see that Braun Strowman Bobby Lindsay feud continue.
It's called Black Lesnar. Get it right.
Yeah, but you have to respect the WWE Hall of Famer and President of the United States, Donald Trump's interpretation of Bobby Lindsay's name.
I don't respect anything Trump does. You should have known that was coming.
Yes, I know. That's why I said
Hey, Sleazy, did you know that the plan was always,
Oh, fuck.
since Crown Jewel, that Crown Jewel will be back on Halloween in Riyadh.
God damn it.
But that was always the plan since Crown Jewel.
It
to
was
have another
always-
Crown Jewel.
Well, of course it was. Because we needed 2 crown jewels.
More injury news. Rachel Evers, the daughter of Paul Ellering, she tore her ACL.
Oh, yeah. Damn. God damn it.
Just a couple more. Orton's contract, I guess, is expiring soon. He is not committed to anything yet. WWE will likely, quote, pull out all the stops to re-sign him.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, you know...
I don't think he was going to go anywhere anyway.
Wait, no, wait. The names?
Oh, yeah, the names will blow your mind that want to go to AEW. We've had John Moxley,
Chris Jericho.
but Jericho wasn't in WWE at the time. So John Moxley.
That's true, yeah.
John Moxley.
Shawn Spears.
Wow, what a name. What a fucking name.
Hey. He is perfection.
The only reason he's perfection is because he's dating the good one, the good-looking one in the Iconics.
Is he really? I didn't know that.
I think he's dating Peyton Royce.
I had no idea.
Vince McMahon.
Good for him, by the way. His stock just went up tenfold in my mind. Not that he wasn't bad.
This is actually a pretty good story. And Vince McMahon apparently paid for all of Harley Race's medical treatment in the days before he was supposed to pass. Day before he passed. I guess Harley was stuck in Atlanta in a hospital. He only had a couple more days, and he wanted to go back to Missouri.
Yeah.
Where he's from. And Medicaid is old people? Or Medicare?
Medicaid.
Wouldn't cover it.
Well, both of them were.
Well, they wouldn't cover it, so Vince paid for him to get transported back to Missouri.
That's good for him. Vince
McMahon's an asshole is the moral of the story.
Why didn't he keep Harley Race alive longer? Damn it.
God damn. Last one. So AEW is going to TNT.
Really? I didn't know.
So what announcer is associated with wrestling on TNT?
Bobby Heenan.
I fucking hate you. Tony Schiavone.
The only
has signed with AEW.
The greatest thing about that is that was the last one that wasn't signed to either WWE or AEW. That's part of
apparently
Conrad Thompson's crew.
WWE found out he was negotiating with AEW.
Yeah.
They negotiated higher, but since he still wants to do obviously the podcast, they still probably let him do.
Yeah,
but he wanted to do he still does Georgia basketball and stuff like that. And
that's right.
And stuff. And AEW is more flexible and could allow him to do that. So
right, WWE wanted to lock him down.
Yeah,
which makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, fuck him.
Yeah. Do you want to cover All Out and see how terrible the booking is, or
nah? Fuck it.
You just want to do a?
I just want to do the review. I don't want to be disappointed as much as I have been with the last couple of shows. You missed that one. He's 1 for 2 on shots today.
I made it in a basket.
That's a tub.
Same thing.
Of computer shit.
Yeah, it's fine.
Thanks. But yeah, we will definitely do that on the next show. We have... I'm not sure when we're going to release that. I think I'm going to release that in a couple weeks. We have our watch along.
Super Bowl watch along?
Super Bowl watch along.
Oh, God.
I would say it's the worst show I've seen, but it wasn't even the worst show. It wasn't even the worst show of that year.
It wasn't the worst watch along until we do the next watch along.
Yeah. It was pretty bad, but it was a lot of fun to do for sure. So probably look for that in a couple weeks or so. I want to say, give or take. Let's give our thoughts about PodCon, because this is the first
terrible. Never going back.
Yeah, fuck you.
I was only there for a few hours because I was quadruple booked that day.
Fucking god damn you! What are you, fucking Chris Jericho? Jesus Christ! I gotta take a plane from Missouri to fucking Raw and then back to another show and whatever.
He's from Winnipeg, you idiot.
Yeah, but that's not where Fozzy was playing that night.
Fuck Fozzy.
Fuck Fozzie, really?
Fuck Fozzie.
But he's a Judas.
They still suck. What do you say?
So yeah, what were your thoughts and opinions about the show, about our live taping, all that shit?
It was fun. I wish I could stay longer, but I hit a bullet right around 12:30.
12:30 you're out.
Yeah, I wish I could stay for again longer, but it was fun for when I was there. So that was nice. We guess we're welcome back next year. We already got a date, so
yeah.
Which I'm not going. I got plans that weekend.
Of course you do.
A year in advance.
I'm booked. Sorry, fucking worker. You're gonna have to double my salary before I can come down there.
So sweet. I still get $0.
You're still negative 40 in the hole. But yeah, I did end up staying the entire night. We ended up doing a live podcast that you probably listened last week or whenever this drops. It'll probably be last week for you guys. We had a lot of fun there. Doing a live show like that is pretty surreal for me personally because, we've been doing this for fucking nearly 7 years now. And to have that experience to say, yeah, we recorded live somewhere, and I don't want to take away from our other experiences that we've done, the live show we did in New Orleans or the live show
in front of the Silverdome. I got it.
Yeah, but that was us in a parking lot.
That's what I said, in front of the Silverdome.
Right. Oh, you fucker. Yeah. God damn it. But that was us. You know what I mean? That was something we put on. A lot of the other live shows we done, we had put on. But this was the first time we were truly invited to something to do it in front of a live audience, in front of people that were coming in, that were, paid people came in to watch our show. That was amazing to me. And I believe that the PodCon Showcase is a great example of why podcasts in general and the wrestling community here, I give a lot of shit to the promoters here in upstate, but
you do?
Yeah, really. Imagine that. You didn't notice, did you?
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. This is new information.
You're so subtle when you do that.
Yeah, really. But the fan community here is amazing, and I really do believe that the PodCon Showcase was a great example of how there's such a community here, and I'm so glad to be a part of it, and I can't wait to be back next year, and I can't wait to help promote more stuff from them. So on that note, now that we
fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself, you fucking dicks. I want my $4 back. I did end up doing a trivia, bunch of trivia. One of those questions ended up stumping everyone. Most of them stumped everyone because, I ran them by you thinking, hey, if you can get them, they'll be pretty easy, right? No, not at all.
They were mostly New Japan. Fuck New Japan. So.
No, they weren't all New Japan. In fact, most of them were. Only one was New Japan, and it was kind of like. So one of the trivia questions, and I'll leave it here, and let's see if you can get all of them. Put your answers down in the Facebook post here. Is current WWE employees that were former Ring of Honor world champions. And we managed to get a few of them. But yeah, stuff like that. We ended up giving away tickets to Smash Wrestling. That happened over the weekend. Once again, big thanks. And I don't think we said it enough. Big thanks to Alan Taylor for coming on the show.
Great group of guys.
Yeah, they're a great group of guys.
That one guy was a great group of guys.
Well, the entire promotion's a great group of guys.
Oh yeah. Okay. So that I stole your gimmick,
fucker.
Hey, who's fatter than me? You.
Okay, so I'm stealing your gimmick right now. I'm working on getting the weight off. Having a hard time, but I'm getting it off slowly.
He's getting it off.
1 pound at a time that I don't put in my mouth.
So
as I down.
He's losing 1 but gaining 5, so it's progress.
I mean, it is progress.
It's progress.
It's negative progress, but it's progress. But with all due respect, Alan being on the show opened my eyes to a lot of what's wrong in the New York promotion here, and just in general in professional wrestling, especially in the indies. He's such a positive influence in there, and I wish more promoters around here would be like that. And obviously, guys like Brett and Moose are positive influences in the New York indie community, but he just brings such a freshness to it that it just shocked me. Anywho, so that's pretty much it. You got anything else?
I love Sasha Banks. I'm so glad she's back. I love you, Sasha.
That was always the plan since Crown Jewel, to have her back.
I love Sasha.
I just want to point out, Sasha Banks, the entire thing was work.
I don't care.
I'm calling it now. It was work. The entire thing was a fucking work.
I get to see Sasha.
So for Sleazy,
I love Sasha.
This is The Wrestling Show. Thank you guys so much for listening. Peace.
Marry me, Sasha.
I'm a truth that you seem to run from. I'm an army of one. I'm a clip in your gun. I'm the pain in the game. The blood shedding your name. When there's nothing to gain, all the world gonna say.
The preceding presentation has been brought to you by the Gear Network.